Greetings. Yes, this is Sister Betty, and wisdom wants me to spew out what is in my thoughts and heart and what is right today. The truth will make us free. The word says make us free. Because the truth is something that is hard for everyone to grasp. People want to make excuses. They want to deny truth. And denying it, they become to believe it. And so inside, they become a ball of confusion mixed with their invented lies, and that becomes deceitful because to admit the truth is too hard. It's too accountable. And many don't want to be held accountable for what their responsibilities entails. Why there are some people who get so riled up and balled up about their duties because they are being abused, mistreated. Too much is asked of them. And I'm talking about women who have a lot of responsibility on them with children and housekeeping and all of those. And there's no help. There's no real love coming her way. But this just doesn't go for women, men as well. So there are people who will invent sickness to get away from their responsibilities, which is another lie. Some people will come up with the asthma attack, or they are hoping that they are found with some illness so they can go into the hospital to get a rest. But that's only getting them in deeper with destruction by being deceitful and liars. How do we approach the truth? By to thyself be truthfully. Be truth to thyself, first of all. And then we must learn to voice our opinions or voice what we're feeling in love with all of the fruits of the spirits. We must voice our opinions. We must speak our feelings to those that we need to speak to, those that our responsibility is to. We must voice our opinion about needed help, how we feel when we're tired, when we are in need, and a host of other things. The truth is, we are subject to a creator that has given us the do's and don'ts of living. And if we're not in the way of the truth and the life, then and the word, which is the wisdom and knowledge, if we're not dealing with that and understanding and trying to get the understanding, even though it can go over our heads, But trying to get that understanding, we will stumble into great knowledge and wisdom. And so there we have the help that we seek and need it. And do not deny that truth when we stumble across it or when we hear it. When it speaks to you, accept it, receive it. For that is the golden nugget that you needed for your soul. Another truth that people want to throw out is that we are not the same. There are things that we as a race of people can not eat because our body, our cells in our bodies cannot digest it, or it is just not something that we grew up in our ancestors doing. And it's not in our DNA to have certain types of things. Like with me, milk, dairy products is terrible for me. I mean, I immediately, just eating a cup of ice cream, I cannot digest it. For 3 days, I'm getting rid of the thick mucus that it brings on. So we're not the same. Even down to the melanin in our skin is different. But you see, we are all human beings, yes, mankind. We are all the creatures that the Most High created. But He made a difference with us. And until we recognize those differences and receive it, accept it, believe it, we will not know how to give true love. And that's the truth. Because it's like having 5 children. And you know all of them don't like this one. That if one eats a pear and he dislikes it, or maybe it gives him a rash, another one can't have another. So don't we prepare for our children? We prepare, well, I know that he can't have that pear. I know she can't have that peanut butter. And that is the love that says, I love you, so I don't want to see you break out in the rash. And I don't want to see you have an attack because you're allergic to the peanut butter. Man, in seeing humans in their travels and their experiments, know that our bodies are different. But yet, when mankind set up this world, it was not with human differences in mind. And so they just threw things at you that was not good for you and expected you to just make do of it. And yet and still we do. But in a loving heart of men in charge, they would learn to understand that people are different, and that they would preserve food and water and herbs for these people, just out of love. And learn to put people in those categories and serve them would love their needs and what is right for them. But the truth is, mankind have mean men. And these mean men want control and want to see others suffer. Because this is in their DNA. That superiority is what keeps them afloat in their journey on this earth. And they think not of what others are feeling and others' needs. That is the truth. So when we look at what we're going through on a daily basis, and in the past generation, down through the years, what has taken place on this earth, it comes from mean men who feel that they're superior, who want control of all men, because what they see in other men that are not like them, something that they want and need but cannot have it. And so if they cannot have it, then you cannot have it either. That is called meanness, wickedness. And to describe love, it is to appreciate others' differences. That's what love is appreciating others' differences and respecting it. And not coveting thy neighbors, their other countries and neighbors. Not coveting what they have, taking away their resources and hurting the people. To have that kind of love. That's what the truth is. And that's what love is. It's to respect all mankind and their needs and their resources. Until then, we are dealing in a world that is walking towards doomsday, and it's upon us. We children of Israel must stay in the way, the truth, and the life. And we must pray those prayers, walk that walk, and talk that talk. Because our God of Israel is looking down on us. And He cares for us. And He's bringing us back to be our God, the Most High. This is Sister Betty, and Wisdom Speaks.